Okay, so Forrest Fenn's treasure was found, and everybody wants to know the state, at least, if not the location. Even I would really like to know if my last idea is correct or not. I did go boots on the ground in Colorado, and one time in Taos down by the Rio Grande, which was ruled out because somebody died there and Fenn said it wasn't there. Okay, and I looked actually in two different places, up by Aurora, Colorado, and Leadville and University, Colorado, because of Molly Brown, and it wasn't, I couldn't find it there. Okay, so I also thought of about like the $1 Million Highway, and the other place up by Aurora was Deb's Meadow, having to do with True Grit, the movie. And I did find a geocache up there, which was cool. And in Colorado I got to see moose and everything. It was a really nice time with my brother. We found a little bit of gold in the river up there, and we had a nice time. But my last find is, I went back home to Japan. I'm in Japan, and I reread the poem many times, and I had thought of it was in New Mexico. Why? Okay, so if you check every stanza, Wyoming, Montana, and Colorado, you can spell in every stanza. Okay, but there is no place for New Mexico because there is no X in the poem, and right there, X marks the spot, right? Okay, but no, if you read the first stanza, very carefully you read his poem. So, as I have gone alone in there, so what is he talking about? He's talking about not only going alone to put the treasure, but in the poem himself, going into the poem. And he said, with my treasures bold. Okay, so bold means to stand out, and if you look at treasures, it's the longest word in the poem. He could have kept using treasure, but many people have said this. He could have, he used chest and other things within the poem. He didn't use treasures again. But the exact letters of treasures is the same as New Mexico. Okay, and bold is the exact same letters. Number of letters as Taos. Okay, and then he says again, I can keep my secret where? Okay, so he's keeping his secret right there in the poem, in that first stanza. That's the starting point. And hint of riches new and old. Okay, well, I used to think New Mexico, Old Mexico, but actually there's two Taoses, which I didn't know. And one is the main city of Taos, and then there's the old Taos where the Taos Pueblo Indians are. Okay, so it says in the next stanza, begin it where warm waters halt. So the Taos Indians, they have a river running through their pueblo. They do not have warm water. I mean, they probably heat it by fire or something like that, but they use the cold river water. They don't have electricity, I read. So I think that is our starting point. And it says take it in the canyon down. Okay, so there's a Pueblo Canyon there, but the actual meaning of Taos Pueblo in their language, let's see, where did I have that at? I had that written down here somewhere. The proper name of Taos Pueblo is Red Willow Canyon Mouth. And again, okay, so you have canyon, and if you are in the wood, so Red Willow is wood, right? Okay. But if you bring up Google Earth and Taos Pueblos there, and let's go down a little further here. It says not far but too far to walk. Okay, so you're going to put in below the home of the Brown, and Brown is capitalized, so everybody thinks it's somebody's name or something like that, but why not a street name? So if you look at all of the streets in that area, there's Elk Street, there's Buffalo Pasture, I think it was, Deer Road and Elk Road and Beaver Pond Road or something like that. I don't got Google Earth open to look at it, my find, but for me, that is where you're supposed to go. You go to Taos Pueblo, just below those roads, and from there, it's no place for me. So you're going to go probably south of there, and the end is ever drawing nigh. There's a road that's called INDN road on Google Earth, so end, I think, the end. So you take that road to the end, and it's over in that area over there. There'll be no paddle up your creek. There's several creeks that you can't paddle up. Some of them look like they have heavy loads, and when the water is high, when it's heavy rains, a lot of stones. But even the Taos, I think it's called the Red Willow River, or Red Willow Creek, I think it is. You're not allowed to go in the water. You're not allowed to paddle in there, I think, especially up by the, they don't want the water dirty going into their village, right? So you're not allowed to paddle in there, so you can't paddle up that creek. So you can walk along the creek and stuff like that. And then, if you've been wise and found the blaze, so if you go south a ways down there, there's a white line, if you look on Google Earth, that stands out, and it also says, but Terrace Camp with Marvel Gaze. Marvel is Spider-Man, right? So there's a Spider Road also there too. So just take the chest and go in peace. So take Spider Road and get the heck out of there, That's what I think, And if you look around on some of those dirt roads that are over in that area, there's actually some white arrows showing which way to go. And actually it goes on the road, there's a white arrow, and then there's another white arrow to the right, and it goes into the forest there. It goes to like nowhere, right? And it looks like there's like a little creek there, and I don't know if FORREST did that on purpose, or maybe somebody else put it there. Maybe there's something out there, I don't know. But it could be over in that area. That's where I think it is. But everything is leading me to Taos, New Mexico. That's where I think it's at. And FORREST, if you're listening to this and you see this, and we're right, you're not giving it up. Just say, yeah, it's over in New Mexico, and everybody would be happy, and I wish the thrill of the chase would continue, and he would actually hide something else over there, like a geocache saying, yeah, we found it, or something. We can go still and find the area on our own without him revealing it, the exact location maybe, and maybe make a deal with the person who did find it or something. I don't know. Alright, well, that's my take on the state. Is New Mexico, I believe, and the place, city is Taos, near Taos Pueblos. And tell me what you think. Thanks for watching my video.